Hello and welcome to the Cowboy4Game Yu-Gi-Oh podcast. I'm your host Jake. Today I'm joined by Bragg from Braggio.
Hey.
And Ben from NolanTCG.
Hello.
Who clearly didn't do his hair because he's wearing a hat.
I was going to wear a hat.
No, it's two reasons. Let me give you the long story logic to the reason why Ben is wearing a beanie. So A, it's the weekend. And I don't like to do my hair, put product in my hair every day. Because
it's the weekend for the hair as well.
Yeah, my hair gets some time to relax, okay? So that was reason one as to why I'm wearing a beanie today. Reason two is because we've been out playing Pokemon. And I thought it was going to be a lot colder than it was today.
It was a lovely day today.
It
Not
was a
much
lovely
wind, very
day.
sunny.
I showed up in a full hoodie. I'm like, oh, it's not that cold.
Yeah.
Also, it's broad daylight.
Pretty quickly I was like, this wasn't needed.
Yeah.
And reason three, I like to change it up. You know, sometimes I like to have a beanie on. Sometimes it's chilly. You'll notice the podcast, I've been like going beanie some weeks. I've been going beanie some other weeks. Been going no beanie on. I've been trying to change it up through the winter.
Hopefully it
just
doesn't
represent
change.
and date the fact that it is winter.
Hopefully it doesn't change the fact that we are listening. To all you listening, that we're wearing beanies, you might have been under the assumption that we are not beanieless.
Yes.
We are beanied.
Yes.
And mustached.
Yes, beanie and
Yes,
mustache.
the number one Yu-Gi-Oh moustache-related podcast, according to one listener.
Remember back when the podcast was genuinely devoted to mustaches for like 3 weeks?
Oh, yeah.
When I first grew my mustache, the Discord was just mustache memes for like 3 weeks. So all the Discord questions are like, what fucking card needs a mustache? We had Jerry Beans with a mustache getting posted everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was at one point a mustache podcast.
Yes.
Don't go back to the podcast before then. It's a horrifying sight to see me without a mustache nowadays. Anytime that I have to do the thumbnail, if Bragg's busy at work and I'm doing the thumbnail, I delete the current image and then replace the image. But the base image is me without a mustache. So I delete it and go,
For a brief moment, you see Baby Ben.
Yeah. Well, it's not Baby Ben, it's Ugly Ben. I'm also not in a flattering position. I'm like, really stretching out the face. It's like, ooh, that's a lot of no mustache there.
Anyway, veering back to the actual reason you're here, how was our week in Yu-Gi-Oh? Ben?
Pretty shit. I did not win every single match this week.
Oh. Someone opened the 4 hand traps and full combo it requires to stop Fiendsmith Snake Eyes?
No, my opponents opened the floodgate that was required to beating Fiendsmith. I got shifted, I got drolled.
Oh, yeah.
I sat down to play Lucas in the final round, and he was like, I just played a great back and forth game with Harry. I didn't shift him once. And I was like, well, I'm getting double shifted. Like, the first game I got shifted, my hand was really shit. Like, I couldn't play around and set up somewhat on board. Game 2, I could set up, but the issue I have now learned of playing Fiendsmith Snake Eyes as opposed to pure Snake Eyes, your extra X is very fragile, and both games he went Shifter, Special Unicorn, and I was like, fuck. Okay, I have 15 one-offs that are all critically important. Okay, cool, awesome. I probably should have actually won the second game. I made a misplay. Yeah, I committed into an access code thinking I assumed that I had Relinquished Anima in my graveyard already.
Oh.
I don't play Relinquished Anima at the moment. So I was just going through my combo lines. I was like, okay, cool. Now I have 3 material here. I can go triple pop into the Shangri era and then smack him for game.
So you're not Selening either then?
No, I Selened in the access code, but that only put 2 attributes in my graveyard.
So use the Charmer as your...
Nightmare Phoenix. So Nightmare Phoenix got rid of his birth, then went into Selene into access code.
What's this? Oh, no,
but
sorry.
Didn't have the Dark Link 1 that I thought I had, so I couldn't go pop, pop, pop. I was like, shit. So that wasn't great. Also, I lost Daryl to Kurt, only opened 1 hand trap, so he turn skipped me, and then game 2 opened 5 cards that all say search, and none of them were Snake Eyes Ash to protect me from the droll. And then I got drolled. And I was like, cool, you win. Game over. Awesome. We're done. So, yeah. Realistically, my losses only took 10 minutes.
Well, that's a benefit, I guess.
I either 2-0'd or got 0-2'd. And that was my week in Yu-Gi-Oh!
And went to a 4th round as well.
Yes, there was a 4th round.
I like
And you-
4-round locals.
And for a quick peek behind the curtains, you'll notice that Ben has remembered his Tuesday because it has not been a Sunday.
Yes. Yes, there's only been 1 locals because
true.
we're recording this early. Because I have family things tomorrow. Let me tell you about incest.
Moving right along, brag.
Oh, I was also going to go into incest, sorry.
Ah!
No.
Is it outside of 5 minutes so that doesn't get demonetized?
Yes.
You're right. Gotta get views in Alabama somehow. Oh, it's always Alabama. I feel like there's
I
way
feel
more
bad for
incest
those
place.
guys. Yeah.
Like
Missouri does way worse of a job.
Tasmania.
Sorry, do you want me to say it the other way? Missouri?
No.
I said it right the first time.
Anyway, brag.
Nebraska.
It's Cornhuskers.
It was an okay. It was an okay week, I guess.
Bragg was the locals.
Yeah.
He did. He did.
Don't
Bragg
remember
beat
it.
Jake.
Pretty much everyone beat Jake.
Jake was pretty pissed.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
I remember winning one game.
My mills were fucking
Oh
atrocious.
yeah. I got.
No, they weren't. They could not have been worse than when you versed me.
Well, yeah, just because that was the bottom of the barrel does not mean that there's a slightly higher but still quite low part of the barrel.
It was pretty impressive. Jake opened 2 hand traps. Jake sided 2 hand traps to stop me. Had them, and I was like, damn. He stopped
Wait,
me.
what hand traps did I have?
I don't. I got
bit
stuck
beyond.
on just a poplar.
I think that was you. You did that to yourself.
No, yeah, okay, yeah. No,
You
sorry.
opened double poplar.
I had poplar 4 hand traps.
Ah.
No, double poplar, triple hand trap.
And you had a Veiler or something.
I had nothing.
I know I don't have Anima in my deck, so that's I can't combo on that anymore.
Oh. Damn.
I'm gonna do a slight change to my deck. I'm gonna side deck an extra card.
But anyway, before we keep talking about my week, go back to his week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got
What'd you play?
Valmonica.
Yes.
It is so gimmicky. I love it, but it's too gimmicky to operate in a tournament sense. Because yeah, it's just 10 pies is attacking. Okay, which I mean, it could quickly if the board was set up, it could almost get around 10 pie because it has a few attack negations going for it. But you also have to set up, and there is no way to set up when 10 pies 10 pieing you.
You're getting hit with hand traps on the way there.
Yeah,
Depending on the build.
yeah. It was it was shift. Yeah, it was Thim might have been shifted both games, possibly, but it was not pretty. It was not pretty. The Yubel match was annoying. Phantom of Yubel, I should respect it less.
You thought it was an Omni Negate.
I'm like, I got ready to
No,
scoop.
it's a Monster Negate.
Oh, I don't think it does monsters. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, Bragg was playing around an Omni Negate, only to be like, oh, okay.
I'm like, oh wait, what? You got no spell and trap negation? Okay, so I mean, all my deck is spells. Cool. Don't take note of that.
So what are they gonna do? Side anti-spell? The one of them that they have?
my god, anti-spell. Can you... So if you were to use the monster effect to set it in pendulum scale, well, don't set it in pendulum scale, place it in pendulum scale. That can't be done on any spell, right?
Yes, it can.
Effect to place.
Yep.
Cool.
It's the same way that
So I don't give a shit about any spell.
Weather Painter places
Yes,
their spells and traps into the zones.
Guys, I lost the mustache hair.
Oh no!
I stroked my mustache and a hair came out.
Put an envelope and we'll sell it on eBay.
Yeah. That's the Patreon $10 bonus is mustache hairs.
I don't
Mailed.
have that many mustache hairs.
For the amount of people who are paying the
$10 for our
pay-
Patreon?
Yeah, for a month. That's a lot. It's more.
Send you a mustache hair and a common.
If you value us the same as Netflix, let us know. But I doubt it. And then Master Duel sucks. Ugh. It's so rough at the moment.
I wouldn't know.
I stopped playing.
Yeah. New season though.
My week. So still playing tier because I currently don't give a single fuck about the format. Although it is beginning to annoy me that I can mill so horrendously badly.
Jake was like, I've got this in the bag.
I never said this.
Special.
I
You
would-
looked so confident.
No.
When he
No.
activates
You shut up.
triple
You
P,
shut up. You shut up. No.
he was
My
so
thing was
confident.
I actually could play the game. You didn't set up the full fucking board,
Yeah.
so there was a glimmer of hope.
He was
what
like-
did my deck do?
So-
Idiot.
He activates triple P, adds Ryan. No, you had Rhino Heart because you already had the Sheeran.
Did I?
And then you activate the Sheeran. I was like, oh, he's not normal summoning the Rhino Heart. He discards Mally. I'm like, oh, fuck. I am definitely losing here. I do not have enough hand traps to stop this. Anyway, he mills 2 Mally and a shit spell. I was like, oh. Well, I won. Awesome.
Yeah, because then I think you had a Veiler for the Rhino.
Yep.
And an Ogre for the Time Thief.
Yeah, you tried to battle phase Time Thief to kill me, and I just ogred it.
It wasn't to kill you, it was just to set up a board.
I think if that resolves, you genuinely kill me.
I don't think you're right.
Anyway.
So yeah, currently not giving too much of a fuck about the format. I'm not entering any of the OTS champs unless one happens to come to the store.
There is. It's in 2 weeks.
At our store?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I was unaware of this.
Yeah, it's on the same as
18th.
all the other ones. I was about to pre-register for another one, and then luckily I saw the Facebook event for the Wollongong one. I'm like, oh, thank God.
Yeah,
I
see,
was going to
haven't
go
seen
to the
this.
store and ask if we were getting it, and then you put it on Facebook, and I was like, oh, sweet.
I was unaware of this. So I may need to put in some effort, as it turns out. This is live reaction to me needing to put effort in. Yeah, we'll work that out. So yeah, I guess next week will be different, because it has to be.
It's the week after the event.
What's he going to play?
Yeah, I know, but I have to prepare next week
What's he
for the
gonna
week
play?
after.
What could you play?
Oh, in some respects, the world is my oyster. In other respects, I still don't fucking care.
I'm completely changing my sideboard. I'm pretty happy with my main deck. I'm completely changing my sideboard. So we'll see how that goes.
Harmonica. Huh?
And then, yeah, I still can't play Master Duel currently because I still haven't set it up on my Switch. So, yeah, no idea what's going on in there. But there's one way to find out. News. As of the 29th, there was an update for Master Duel.
So the third ban list?
No. So we get a new solo mode. This one is for the Fabled.
Yes.
Unironically using Luri.
In the terminal world gate thing, so you got to unlock it through there, which is annoying.
Yeah, true. You can't just skip ahead through to Fabled. You have to do the Gen X and the Naturia and the X-Sabers.
I'm not already through it because I wanted to just do the X-Sabers. So I did the rest of them.
Yeah, but X-Sabers were relatively... Oh, well, no, because you've got Naturia after that.
Yeah, I like X-Sabers.
Yeah.
So I just did the X-Sabers.
Yeah, but I will say, like, I haven't played through this one yet. Usually I have, and I can give you, like, a heads up, but I haven't yet. But with Naturia, they gave you the most recent wave of support, which was very different. So hopefully it's like that with this one, because Fable did get a bunch of support relatively recently, which makes them good to play.
In X-Sabers, they could have given you the most recent support because I don't know when the last time that deck got a card was.
Oh, I mean, it was probably the TCG release.
What?
Didn't we get TCG exclusives for X-Sabers?
Wait, way back when?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the most recent wave of support that X-Sabers has ever
Didn't they get a
gotten.
link?
I thought the DTs they got after that point.
Did I dream a link
You did.
in the time where they bloody?
Oh,
Christ
no, sorry. You're right. They did get a link. It's called Isolt. That is the most recent support they've gotten, and even then...
Warriors.
Goodbye! No, they're Beast Warriors.
Yeah, or beasts.
There's a Beast Warrior.
There's a couple warriors, but Beast Warrior is actually great.
The Beast Warriors are the good part of the deck.
No. I'm
beasts
saying
are good.
that there is a generic Beast Warrior link, but it's not a generic piece of support at the same level as Electromite or Crystron and Hauka Fibrax.
Yeah.
I would have sworn it was in that same pack.
Nope, doesn't exist. Anyway, so usual rewards for this. So obviously your 200 gems if you complete it with your own deck. There's some sleeves. There's an icon. I don't know what monster this is. Leviathan.
Leviathan.
Although it doesn't look particularly Leviathan-y.
Oh,
You'd
we're gonna
expect it
get.
to be more snake-like.
We're gonna go and get
Looks
into
like
that,
a
I guess.
reskin of Golden Lord.
It kind of does. It looks like Redhead. Batwoman. Looks like Batwoman.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Golden Lord.
Yes.
But then you also get a mate. This one, I can't remember what its name is. Yes, the fabled Chawa.
Chihuahua.
Also, though, we obviously had the release of the Dragon Mage Magia, I think, Master.
Really hard to pull.
In Master Duel.
Maybe.
where you can craft it.
No, it's not craftable.
Are you lying? I feel like you're lying.
No,
You're
He's
definitely
always
I haven't
lying.
looked on the Master in 3 weeks. So,
Anyway, to celebrate the recent edition, there are Dragon Mage Master Magia sleeves. So then in the pack as well as that, they've got a few other sort of heroic boss monsters. Dragon Spirit is in there.
Rumbles coming back?
God no. Utopia Dragonair is in there. Hero Lives, Super Poly, Bingo Machine, and then obviously the recently limited Heavy Storm, as well as the recently unlimited Snatch Steel.
As well as Toy
And
Box.
the Toy Box engine is also in there. Anything interesting? No, not really. And is that it for the releases? Oh, and then we got the newest of the Triad duels. This one has Respect Play in play, which I think is you have to show your hand at all times.
Yeah.
That's funny. And then we also get a new icon surround, a deluxe icon surround, the Neon Sign. Many of the
Can't
things...
wait for Neon Sign archetype to release.
I know. I can't wait for sunglasses and lemon wedge.
I always get so thrown off that it's like we're in the middle of winter and you just get all this marketing that's summer.
It is so bizarre, isn't it? So that is where Master Duel's up to, maybe. Again, haven't been on to check. But in the last couple of weeks, we obviously had the WCQs for NA and Europe. So we gave a bit of a recap on Europe last week when it was halfway through. We do have obviously the results for that. So top 64 is as follows. 49% Fiendsmith Snake Eye, 14% Tenpai Dragon, 12% Fiendsmith Yubel, 6% equal parts Ritual Beast, Ritual, just full stop. Although I think that was a typo, but I can't remember what deck it was supposed to be.
Runic Ritual Beast?
Runic, yes, it was supposed to be where it says Ritual. It's meant to be Runic.
Oh, okay.
And then 3% Memento and 10% Other.
I'm impressed there was 3% Memento.
Yeah, I mean,
3 people wanted to learn the deck's not consistent enough to last an entire event.
to get to top 64 with it though.
But if there's 100 people playing Memento, surely one of them's going to get lucky enough to be consistent.
True. You win enough die rolls.
That math.
Apparently they don't play the 5 to gate trap or whatever the fuck.
Which is wild to me. Like, I get why, but also kind of not, because no one's running the spell and trap removal that really deals with it in a way that can't be negated by it.
What really matters is that Dinkabui topped again. I can't remember what with. Like, it was something cool.
He was Ritual Beast, right?
Was he? I don't know.
God, I don't want to deal with Ritual
wait,
Beast
no,
again.
no. Oh no, because there's 2 Dinkas, isn't there?
Yes.
I can't remember if he was the Ritual Beast Dinka, which may or may not be correct, or if he was the Magical Musket Fiendsmith.
That is what Dinkabui was playing, yes.
Yeah, there you go.
See, I respect that. I don't respect Ritual Beasts.
Why not?
I hate them. I always have. It's a stupid dolphin.
Which I don't even think they play.
I don't like looking at it. I don't like looking at any of them.
Poor Ritual Beasts.
Yeah.
They deserve some love. But trumping all expectations for the Europe WCQ.
Maybe your expectations.
Everyone's expectations. The finals was, in fact, not like America, where it was a Fiendsmith Snake-Eyed Mirror out of a top 6 of 8. It was, in fact, Ritual Beasts, your favourite, versus Tenpai.
Also my favourite.
I
I like Tenpai. I just don't have.
I can take or leave Tenpai.
Brag owns Tenpai.
Yeah, I mean, to my name, I don't know where the cards are. I think I lent some.
They lent me
Padre-
and I gave them back.
Yeah, but no, I think I've lent them since. Oh, I've got to dig up Horus.
To who? God, if you say it's that person.
I mean, I have to recall them soon. Trident's almost out.
We almost got that Trident
4 weeks.
Dragon reprint.
5 weeks.
What's Dragion coming in again?
10.
See, it's a quarter century in the 10.
Oh, is that only 4 weeks to the 10?
Yeah, it was start of September, wasn't it? Let's have a look.
Do you
No.
remember?
Yeah, I think it was the...
Oh yeah, we get to run that gimmick again. Oh my god, we've done that every year. then I mean that gets us demonetized right away when I change the theme to that, which we still will. Actually, I'll probably just do it on the Spotify version, or iTunes, wherever you listen to it, or Apple Music, whatever it's called now. It's not called iTunes anymore, is it?
Apple
No,
Music. Yeah.
iTunes is well dead.
It's Apple Podcasts. It's a separate app.
No respect for what made them. Apple, you disgust me.
No one wants to buy their music anymore.
It's true.
I mean, in physical media, well.
Yeah, I'll buy a vinyl. I ain't buying a fucking song on iTunes. I think I own one album. Anyway,
Is it the U2 album?
I own 2 albums.
Oh, of course.
One of them definitely wasn't because the
Oh
vinyl
my
I
god,
bought
it's on the
came in
20th. Oh
iTunes
fuck,
code.
it's ages away.
It's a while away. I was going to say, I don't think it's early
I
September.
don't know why I
think
thought it was
it's
the
late.
7th, but oh well.
Yeah, no, still quite a while. But yeah, looking at the Tempai list, it is, rather than going for the heavy-hitting hand traps to try and stop them building a board, it's more like, no. Well, assuming they don't drop shifter. No. Build a board. And then I will Raigeki, Dark Hole, Lightning Storm, Duster,
Very
Droplets.
risky.
Well, it's either one or the other, right?
Yeah, you have hand traps in the... I don't know hand traps in the format. You have FTKs in the format.
You do, but like
It's
you
very risky
can
to
side,
not
you can
run
side
hand traps.
them, and like
Yeah, but it's still got...
not Bahamut, Magnamut is like the freest of hand traps for that deck. It's a shame it's a 1, but
It is free. Not that free, though. You'd think it'd be freer.
is it not freer?
Free
It feels freer.
bird,
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, it...
Oh, and then they also have Molchummy, the remaining 3 Molchummy.
Yeah, why not?
Many of the draws. And then yeah, America top 5 of the top 8 decks were Fiendsmith, Snake Eye, and it was a Fiendsmith, Snake Eye mirror for the final. So, hooray! We move on. So
I have no
we've,
issue with this.
of course you don't, but we're not allowed to talk about the ban list because you don't want to ignore it.
2 gimmick puppets in top 64 for America, so probably Tempai probably should respect it.
Yeah. You need to respect the deck. There'll always be 2 people equals playing it.
Yeah.
It's the rule of 2.
Anyway, moving on. So we have the Championship Japan Osaka 2024 prize. Well, some of the prize support being announced. So they get entry mats, which are themed around Centurion, and a mat and a promo version of one of the Centurion cards. I couldn't tell you which one.
Stand up. Rise up.
Oh, hang on, I can tell you. Wake up. Huh.
Grab a little makeup.
One of the two.
Keep throwing out things that ended in up.
Obviously, the card is cool. Getting a promo version of that. The mat looks pretty nice. The sleeves are garbage. The sleeves are so bad. But more importantly, for the... Who's it for?
You can buy it.
Oh, it's just a
You buy it for
purchase.
$40.
Yes. So they
I am
get...
buying this play map when we go to the Japan.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So they get a promo version of Fiendsmith Lacrima, 100 sleeves with the apparent emblem of Fiendsmith. I suppose it's kind of like Gold Pride. Like you
Gold
probably
Pride.
wouldn't have noticed it until
Pride, baby.
it's brought up to you. And then the mat featuring the new level 4 and obviously Engraver. So
I would prefer
I
it to
imagine...
just be our regional
New
map.
level 4. How reductionist.
I can't remember what its name is because it's not a Fiendsmith monster except by text rather than name.
Yeah, I don't know a name either.
Yeah.
Not that it's been translated correctly yet.
True. We don't know what it'll end up being. But when do we ever? I don't think anyone knew Totally Awesome was coming.
Yeah, but that was great.
Yeah, I'm so happy about that.
Well, Engraver.
Yeah, I fucking love it. It's called Totally Awesome.
Did you always, though?
Yeah.
The original subject.
Day
Topic.
1. Not Tree Toad. It's totally awesome.
Trito never made sense. Well, I mean, oh my god, this is like 8 years old now. At this point.
And then...
Birthday week. It is birthday week for the pod.
Yeah.
We mentioned it last week. No one's actual birthdays. But yeah, so to celebrate, we are retreading the Tree Toad talk.
Are we going to talk about Lynx destroying the format and making it too slow as well?
And get nude.
I mean, I'm not doing that.
That's what we did.
I wasn't
DUEA
here for
releases
that.
in about 3 weeks. Stay tuned for more.
And then a couple of weeks ago, we had the first of the archetypes announced for Crossover Breakers. We now have the second in... I'm pretty sure this name won't be what we end up
Rouge.
getting. Apocrodosis.
Rouge. Or Ryug.
Aprocosis, I should say.
That name is completely incorrect. Drawn from nowhere. If it's called that, they've hit gold. Just call it Ryug.
Anyway, so
I will call it Kira.
I will call it Steve. Actually, no.
Go on.
So-
So the entire archetype, Steve.
So, basically, there's 4 monsters at this stage that all revolve around... the 3 main deck monsters all revolve around Guanba, the Luminous Steve of Starforge. So, the theme around the deck is that all of these non-dragons are trying to ascend to then become dragons. So you have 1 dinosaur, 1 sea serpent, and 1 worm.
Transform from koi into a beast. Dragon.
So each of the main deck monsters gets a affiliated spell. Kind of. One of them doesn't really work that well with the spell. And then there's also a field spell. At the moment, I can't really tell what the deck's trying to do.
It turbos out the rank 10 from Legacy of Destruction, which escapes me. The Destroyer of Worlds.
Oh, that guy. Oh, sure. Yeah, that's a worm as well.
Which also, kind of fits thematically, which is weird.
Varudris.
Yeah, that's his name.
I still don't get it.
What you're gonna do is you're gonna put a little Dino engine in here, and you're gonna put a little True King engine in here, and then you're not gonna have room for hand traps, so the deck's gonna suck.
Yeah, that's my concern, is that, sure, thematically it kind of makes sense that they're all pseudo-dragons kind of thing, and they're all trying to tutor out a dragon, but at the moment there's nothing that really links them that well together.
That, and even though the dragon is very interesting, and Ritual summons itself from face-up extra deck, if I remember correctly.
Correct.
Which is
If
wild.
you've destroyed a certain number of things from memory.
Destroyed a total of level 10.
I kind of like adding rituals, or going, this is a ritual summon, and having it be in its effect, instead of needing the spell.
Yeah, it kind of feels redundant in a sense that it has to be a ritual. It could be anything else, really. It could just be a main deck monster. It doesn't really have to be a ritual.
But
It just feels like they've just sort of tacked it on. It's nice. It makes it more searchable, I guess.
leans into the lore a little bit. It's all rituals, isn't it?
Is it?
More so than a Hime. What are they
No,
doing?
fuck that bitch.
Dancing. If only she could special summon herself.
But yeah, at this stage, it's not looking amazing.
Nah. And
But
we've
in
got 10
saying that-
cards. 10 cards usually is a 15.
Um,
no, it's
How
only
many is
this.
this? 1, 2, 3, 4,
definitely
5,
10.
6, 7, 8. I think it's only got
Oh
8.
my god.
They're gonna get more support in the next main
So
sets.
4
Yeah,
main
it's
deck,
fine.
5, 6,
Wow.
7, 8.
What were the abandoned
9.
archetypes
9.
again from the deck build pack?
And I think all of them are getting support.
I know, but from the last deck build pack, but from the one before the one I like. Didn't we abandon them?
I
I
don't
can't
know.
remember what they are. Because one was Centurion.
No, the one before the Centurion one.
Oh, Christ. What was before
Well,
Centurion?
isn't it Vanquish Soul?
Vanquish
Yeah,
Soul?
which got support.
The Nouvelles.
Yeah, didn't Novels get...
They got a second round,
But-
I think, but it wasn't amazing.
And they didn't, they got nothing after that.
Valmonica.
No.
No, oh Christ, what was the other
Was that the one with the singing people?
Valmonica was the other one, wasn't it?
No, Valmonica's with the Centurions.
I thought your deck was with the Centurions.
There's my deck.
No, what's the
They're
other one?
saying the same thing.
What's the other one that's like Valmonica?
Oh, the
That's Sulphur Court.
harpsichord? Yeah, Sulphur.
That thing.
Yeah, that's what I was
That's
saying. The
the
singing
other one.
ones.
Yeah.
That got more support.
Did it?
They all
I
have more
think
support.
chiefly because it has women in it.
Oh, never mind. I was under the impression that one of the deck build packs was abandoned. So if I ever see anyone complaining about those cards not getting support, take it up with them. They're saying it got support.
I'd like to point out that it's been several months and we still haven't heard any of those animes coming.
Yeah, they keep hinting at them though. They were in the streams, as the ads in effect.
I mean, it looks like this is just where they're going to draw their artwork from. It's actually not going to be animes. It's just going to be, oh, this is all the artworks you're going to see for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
Just screen caps. Hooray!
we're playing Washbots.
Oh God, don't tell me that.
Fuck, that's so bad sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes where like they don't even use a high res video, they just
it's
screen
just-
cap fucking 720p.
It's like a proxy.
The starter deck that I bought when I first played Weiss, it was like the Batman Ninja.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
That was
looked like-
literal 720 screen caps.
Which makes no sense because it would have come from a comic book and where you would have been able to get high res.
There's a movie.
I know that, but there would have been a comic.
For Batman,
Surely.
Batman
Ninja?
Ninja.
Surely.
not in that style, I don't think.
All I know is it was dog shit.
Let me know when there's a Batman 66. 20 minutes, by the way.
Moving on to questions.
Oh, cool.
So, if you weren't aware, we do have a link for our Discord in the description below. Feel free to jump in, say hi, and ask us questions. You keep doing that even though you have no no vision to ever like Photoshop in like a link for Discord type
Below
thing.
the video is where the link is.
I understand that, but then you do this and whatever.
the description is down there.
Anyway,
Yeah,
our
Okay.
first question
Yeah.
this week, I believe, is
Okay.
from a
Sorry.
new member of the Discord, Clark 6'2".
Hi, Clark, 6'2".
So, how many engines do you have to throw into a deck to make a pile? For example, in the EU WCG, Berlin was a top 8 Rescue Ace, Snake Eyes, Diabell Star, plus something else archetype. Or a deck rather. Whenever he was on stream, he mentioned he just called it Rescue Ace. Should it be Rescue Ace or is it Rescue Ace Pile?
It's 5 decks. 5 decks is what it requires. At which point you call it 60 cards and then you name 3 of them.
Plus, like Rescue Ace, Snake Eyes, Diabell Star, kind of all like centrals around the fact that it's fire. So
Yeah.
if it had like another 2 or 3 random sort of engines in there, sure.
The Rescue Ace, the Snake Eyes Diabell Star is just there to feed the Rescue Ace. So you'd, realistically, if it's a 5 card, you'd call it 60 card Rescue Ace something else. I did have a theory though the other day. You can play a 5 card Rescue Ace engine that generates any Link 4.
Oh, cool.
Bragg would have loved to have known this months ago. And he's like, what's a good rank 4 engine?
Link 4.
Oh, Link
Link
4.
4.
I mean, there's heaps of decks that have a good Link 4
Yeah,
engine.
but you can just, in 60 cards, you just play the 5 cards. If you draw Hydrant, off you go.
Isn't
Play
any
one
Link
for
4
one. Off you go.
engine in OTK with Phoenix and
Yeah,
Zelantis?
you have an extra card. Yeah.
I mean, if it's
You'd
a
be able
one
to-
One more
Link.
extender.
one extender.
I mean, I go to Logan. So Logan's last list he sent me. So it's called Melodious Lightsworn, right? But it also has Dangers and Destiny Hero. Would you? But some engines just do get relegated of like, oh, you're playing Lightsworn, of course you're gonna have Dangers. So you don't really put that, even though it's an engine. You don't mention it. Or is it an extender? Are extenders an engine?
I think to call it a pile, it has to be 5 decks, 5 archetypes,
So this is only 4. So
and
sure.
no archetype can have more than 10 cards in the pile.
Well, this constitutes that, and it gets called Melodious Lightsworn.
But all,
deck he didn't-
the main thing that you have to consider, like putting the deck list aside, is that it's a Logan deck. So
Yes.
by nature, it's a pile of dog shit.
That he'll still X1 with.
Oh yeah, and it's mainly because he's better at reading people than anything.
You reckon?
No, he just plays a bunch of cards that say, oh, you used a hand trap, I'll do this now.
Yeah,
So you
but
gotta,
he's
you gotta throw like 3 hand traps at him to like fully end his turn. It'll either take 1 hand trap, and then he will pretty much scoop, or he'll take 3 hand traps, and he'll still have kind of something there, and then you've got to try and break it with the rest.
next question is from 656.
5's a pile.
So this is a rehash of a question from last week because we asked for some clarification. So which archetype is the most absurd that you really enjoy playing? By absurd, he means silliness / jankiness or breaking the norm. Not power ceiling. Combo ability is fine if it doesn't get you very much. For his example, he believes rank 10 trains is absurd.
Hey!
You shouldn't be able to get to such a high level monster so easily.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Diablo Star kind of annoys me in that way of like level 7s used to be so hard to go with, and like there you go, oh, level 8s are just easy to summon, so I'm gonna have to go with that. I'm thinking of Dragon Rules here. And then there's just, oh no, just almost any level you can special summon out.
My answer is that Standing Dog Mary FTK.
Of course it is.
Isn't that Ben?
No, that is good. A couple cards away. Because it used to be you resolve Monster Gate, you resolve Reasoning. Fairly sure that's in shot. Yeah, you resolve Monster Gate, you resolve Reasoning, and you just win.
Yeah. For my absurd deck, there was a point very briefly on Dueling Book, which shows how long ago it was, that I had a Metaphys combo deck put together. The sole reasoning for that deck existing was the fact that Metaphys Ragnarok was a tuner, so you could then just go into Hawk lines and do stupid shit. And like it had some Dragon Link stuff in there, like that was a pile of dog shit. But it was very fun, but it only existed on Dueling Book. And even then, because it was on Dueling Book, there may have been parts that weren't 100% legal, but I never played them against anybody, so it was fine. I literally just sat there because I couldn't deal with dealing with people on Dueling Book at a certain point, and I just sat there doing Metaphys combos in the solo mode.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
It's very enjoyable for me. I'm
struggling to think still of absurd. Like, any of my decks are just all kind of basic bitch. They do what they say on the box.
I don't know. I feel like Scrap Snake Eye was pretty up there.
I'm just doing the Zelantis thing. It's just like, this make monsters.
Yeah, but like, to a person from the outside looking in, you've won the die roll, and you're like, normal summon Raptor. They'd be like, what the hell's going on here?
And I was like, this is a Snake
And
Eye
then
combo.
Snake Eye, yeah, this is full Snake Eye. But that does conclude us for this week. Not many questions, not much news, but yeah, in a couple of weeks' time, we'll have a lot of news because there'll be a ban list.
And it'll be Worlds.
But thank you all very much for listening and watching.
Oh, we're going to think about what to do for the Worlds tournament. We're going to think about what to do for Worlds tournament.
First week is set.
Yeah.
I haven't released the World's ban list yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're supposedly getting the World's promos. So
Because everyone's qualified. Everyone, yeah. Announce it. Get off your tush.
yeah, where's that ban list? I need to cook. Might just message Fox to see if he's got the ban list.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
What, you reckon they've sent it to the competitors already?
Almost certainly.
You reckon?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Oh wait, no. Now that WCQ is over for Europe, now they'll lose.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, thank you all very much for listening and watching. If you are watching along, feel free to like and subscribe. If you're listening along, feel free to favourite. Jump into our Discord, ask us some questions, and we'll catch you all next week. Peace.
Remember, subscribe for Mustache Hair.